Hey everyone, and welcome back to Starfield. So we last left off, we're in the Shattered Space DLC.
This must have been a vibrant area before the calamity. Now, walking through, you can feel the tension and sorrow in the air.
And what about this talk of missing supplies? I would think the conversation starts there. Hmm?
I apologize, but with the cataclysm, the investigation has been slow going.
How convenient.
You're putting the growth before the horns! The issue is not the supplies, it's the workforce! This may sound radical, but if we could reunite with some of the exiles from House Malene...
Careful, Envoy. It means nothing if those who lend a hand are holding a knife.
Not to mention, they're completely sloughing mad. What? Too soon? It's only been about 50 years.
For now, let me see what I can find out regarding the missing supplies. It's possible they were lost in the tragedy along with everything else, but I don't know for sure. Once that is sorted, we can revisit this debate.
Of course.
Yeah, we've got to help all three houses of House Varun with something. I'm guessing this one is mission supplies. Missing supplies.
First the cataclysm, now this. There's too much going on right now.
You look exhausted. Maybe take a day.
Pray that I could, but right now I need more time, not less. I'm sorry if I seem a bit flustered. Things have been chaotic since the cataclysm, and now word of missing supplies. But that doesn't excuse my rudeness. Let me at least introduce myself. My name is Kezrani Dulkev. I work as an executor for House Dulkev.
I'm Cheetah, nice to meet you.
Likewise. And I'm well aware of who you are. Word of the first convert in generations is on everyone's lips these days. But I'm sure you are busy getting adjusted to life here. Is there anything I can help you with?
I overheard your conversation and was curious.
In that case, maybe you can help. It's about the supply shortage. There may be a reason for it beyond the cataclysm itself. A week ago, my cousin Ukaru came to my office concerned about a series of lost shipments. He was certain someone was using the tragedy as cover to steal supplies and route them to our enemies.
Which enemies?
I'm not sure. The message was vague, and there are many who would want to do us harm.
Using the tragedy as cover seems especially low.
Agreed. It is difficult to believe, and as such, the proof must be ironclad. So I told my cousin to return with more evidence, and when I didn't hear back, I assumed that was the end of it. But this morning, I received a slate from a courier. It was from Ukaru. It was worrying, to say the least.
Odd that he wouldn't talk to you in person.
Yes, he was trying to leave a trail, it seems, in case something happened. The contents were cryptic. He mentions a possible conspiracy and being followed and, well, I hate to say it, but I'm starting to panic. He hasn't shown up to work in days, and the timing of all this feels suspicious.
Regardless of the reason, it sounds like something or someone might have gotten to him.
Agreed. Ukaru was extremely punctual. An absence like this is very unlike him. But if he is in danger, I don't know if it's safe for me to investigate. I need someone disconnected from the noble houses.
What kind of shipments have gone missing?
Vital supplies for the city, which given the cataclysm is a wide breadth of things. Construction materials, medical kits, food. The loss of all this is a great cause for concern, given the state of the city.
Why not investigate it yourself?
I'm not sure that's wise, given Ukaru's warnings. If what he says is true, a watchful eye is being kept on House Dulkef. They may blame him or me for the supplies going missing. And if I investigate this, I could be accused of wiping records or tampering with evidence. An independent investigator, unaffiliated with the houses, is what we need here.
I'll investigate, just tell me where to start.
Ukaru's workstation is likely your best bet. He's been working in the rehabilitation unit on the 3rd floor of the Halls of Healing. If you run into any issues with access, hand this slate to my fellow executors. Once you locate him, report back to me. I've got a meeting at House Kadik later, but I shouldn't be hard to track down. Hopefully you'll find my cousin alive and safe.
I don't know. She said halls of healing, didn't she? So.
Get a hold of yourself, Samira.
Excuse me, Vindicator. Can I have a word? The requests for aid and supplies never cease. Thank you for stopping to talk to me. My name is Lijana Dulkev. Normally, I would ask how I can help you, but under the circumstances, I'm the one who needs help. I oversee the delivery of goods to those living outside the city. Unfortunately, I lost one of my couriers to the recent catastrophe. I have sought a replacement, but extra hands are in desperately short supply.
I'm genuinely sorry to hear that.
I appreciate your sympathy. I wouldn't normally seek help from someone I don't know. However, I am not above admitting my situation. The truth is, this is about more than just a business transaction. It is very important to me that someone makes these deliveries as soon as possible.
Under the circumstances, I'm sure your customers understand the delay.
The delay has been too long already. If the situation is not resolved soon, the people will begin to lose faith in us. I cannot allow that. It is my duty to uphold our high standards. Time is wasting, so I will get to the point. I would like you to be my new courier. Our deliveries are paid upon arrival. You can keep the payments for yourself. The Ministry of Commerce has a sterling reputation, and it is my duty to uphold it, no matter the cost.
We have a chance to make a real difference here, not only for her, but for the people waiting on their deliveries. Some of which might be very important.
They are important, as is the good name of House Dulkef. I assure you, if this were a trivial matter, I would not ask for help. Please tell me that you will accept. Don't force me to beg on my knees where all can see.
Okay. Sure, I'll take the job.
You have lifted a great weight from my shoulders. I thank you. Here are the packages. One is for Alikja Dalka, who you can find at a nearby growth farm. Another is for Firan Nostal, who is working on some repairs at Hamati Station. The last is for Lazim Balian, who can be found at the shrine to the north of the city. May the Great Serpent grant you swift and safe travels.
How many? 3. Okay, but I'm gonna go in here first.
Great Serpent will deliver us from this. I know it.
Apologies, but I need to prepare to treat a patient.
We are stretched razor thin as it is.
What is it?
We have examined your children and found that they were not...
Lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
All must serve.
I do not like it any more than you do, but that is exactly...
Hello, Vindicator. Malibor has kept me informed of the situation. The deadlock of the High Council. I hope your presence here means things have changed.
Your help will be the first step in fixing this
I
mess.
see. I'm pleased that the Council is once again working towards a solution. It felt wrong not to help. Do you know where I was when it happened? The incident, they call it. I was in the temple next door, conversing with my cousin. I was in the middle of replying to him about... you know? I don't even recall. Some meaningless bit of family drama, I am sure. One moment he was there, and the next, gone. My cousin, the floor, the wall, just gone. I found myself looking out at the scaled citadel, unable to comprehend. And now, here I stand, the elder of House Dulkev.
I'm sorry for your loss.
My loss? Yes, I suppose. Although, from an outside perspective, one could consider it a fair trade. Given my new role. Perhaps even a gain.
That's a heartless way to talk about a lost relative.
I agree. And yet, with the proper detachment, nearly anything can be seen as transactional. Those within House Dulkev are trained for it. You cannot imagine it. A single moment of pure, terrible silence. A meter's distance was all that separated me from whatever has become of Dazra. I find that through all the chaos and the scrambling since, my mind drifts back to that moment. I could be gone as well. But here I remain, spared. And I do not know why.
You can't dwell on the past. Have to keep moving forward.
And where is this forward leading? I'm sorry. I should shoulder my own burdens, not force them upon you. I've grown so tired of the Council squabbling, and I want no further part in it. I have no demands, no requests. All must serve, and House Dulkev is no exception.
This could have been shared with the council long before I got here.
An attempt was made, but I admit it was not as forceful as it should have been. It was clear it was going to fall on deaf ears. Here is what I can tell you. Sometime before our current calamity, Enesco Varun approached me looking for information about his grandfather's time. He was frustrated at the lack of progress. House Dulkev keeps extensive records, you see. While I was never told the exact reason behind the inquiry, I was able to deduce a fair amount. I provided him with the shipping manifest from the time of the Serpent's Crusade, materials and equipment that suggested some highly specialized research. I told UNESCO where those materials had been sent. Weeks later, well, you've seen the Citadel. You know as well as any where we are now.
You must have found something.
I believe so. Yes. UNESCO returned from the site in unusually good spirits. He boasted of something called the Vortex Interlock, and that it was the key to unlocking some new unseen potential. Whatever records exist of this interlock were swallowed up with the Citadel. And as for the original site, executors were sent, but did not return. And we can spare no more casualties. So I suggest you visit Malin Dam to the southeast. I believe it is more than it seems. It is the only place to learn more about these vortex interlocks and what connection they may have to the events at the Citadel. And should your search be fruitful, make sure it is known that House Dulcev was proud to serve when called upon.
Wow, isn't that pretty? Why is it still telling me to go in there? So I thought I could just fly to the dam, but it looks like maybe I can drive there. I know I had to go to the goat farm. Deliver a package, so we might as well do that on the way.
What? I am busy. Ah, it's you. The one Anasco spoke to. While I am pleased that you wish to make my acquaintance, I'm preoccupied with a problem that demands my attention. Apologies, but I must continue on.
What's the problem?
A problem of stolen property. I run a growth farm nearby. Look, I really must be going. This is a pressing matter. I should be on my way.
I thought this was the... Maybe it's not. Maybe it's that one.
Where to?
Oh, like right here.
The days can be long for a farmer. but there's nothing I'd rather do. Hello there. I don't know your face. Are you lost?
Not at all. I'm your friendly delivery person.
Oh, so Ligiana finally found a replacement courier then. That's good news. She sounded nearly desperate in her last message. Well, friendly delivery person, I'll be your friendly package recipient. It's very sad what happened to the previous courier. His name was Shamid. He was a radiant soul, full of life and joy and dreams. All of it stolen away in the blink of an eye, to hear it told.
I can tell that you were fond of him.
Yes, I was. After making a delivery, he often stayed for a bowl of stew and tell me the news of the city. He would always have a new joke that he'd share. He had a gift for humor and telling stories. Sometimes, I would laugh so much that my sides would ache for hours. I will miss him.
You need to work out more. For you, whatever's in here smells wonderful.
Oh, good. It's definitely the right package then. I spent a small fortune on these spices. They're some of the rarest we have, as well as the most pungent. Cooking is my great joy, and the proper use of seasonings is the most important part. Thank you for this.
Enjoy your cooking.
I will. Now here's your payment. Travel safely, courier.
Now I'm pretty sure we're here. It is over here.
What was that?
What the?
You've got nothing. Nothing! Bring it on!
Oh no.
I'm glad I buckled up.
You okay?
They really picked a crappy planet.
old theme park rides in the new Atlantis Fairgrounds.
I wonder if I can just get up there from here. No? Yes. This requires an ID card. Can I just hack my way in? Access restricted. Secure ID required for entry. Unauthorized personnel risk bodily harm and or death. Okay.
That water looks suspicious. The dam seems to be safeguarding the farm on the other end of the lake.
That water does look suspicious. That don't look like water. More like oil. There's gotta be a key card around here somewhere, right?
Better think about what you're taking.
Everything else I took wasn't in the thing. Can I eat it? Where'd it go? There we go. I don't have any more. It's in my belly. Did I walk right past it?
You can't get in there, not unless you have a card.
You are creepy. Happen to have a card, I seem to misplace mine.
So, you're trying to get in there? You're not the first person to come here recently, you know? Anasko Varun himself was here. I saw him, but he didn't talk to me. And there were too many other people around him. They all looked really serious.
I need you to tell me everything you saw.
Okay, but it wasn't much. I didn't want to get too close. Father says I get in the way too much, and I didn't want to do that. But I did see them go in. They had cards that let them open the door. I found one after they'd left. I thought about using it, but I didn't want to get in trouble. Kavil said I should give it to him for safekeeping. so I did. Maybe he'll let you have it.
I guess I'll have a chat with Kavil.
He's really friendly. I'm sure he'll help.
That's suspicious. I bet Kavil's over there.
Our next stop is the moon. The one orbiting Earth, that is. Maybe another time.
Oh wait, my car's still down there, isn't it? Whoops.
This village looks almost wholesome.
Abar's seaweed.
I'm curious what kind of people lived here, and also where they've gone.
They all got sucked up into a big void, Sarah. You not been listening? Oh, he's sleeping. Should we wait? Oh look, he's up.
Another day, another mouthful of seaweed. May the great serpent bless us. I would say you caught us on a bad day, but they're all like this.
How long have you lived here?
In comparison to some, hardly any time at all. I stumbled upon this place a few years back, and they were so desperate for help. I offered my services, they accepted, and here we are. I suspect, given my age, that my story will likely end here. At least, until the Great Serpent decides what to do with me after.
I understand you have an access card for the dam. I need it.
No offense, but it's not your property.
Would it be more accurate to say that we'd simply like to borrow it? We could return it in short order.
I appreciate the clarification, but I think it's best that I hold on to it until it can be returned.
Why haven't you already turned it over?
Well, there are clearly more important things for the people of Dazra to deal with right now.
The longer it takes to get that car back to Dazra, the more risk we're all in. Trust me, I'll take care
I
of
only
it.
wish to serve. I swear. You are right, though. Here, take it.
Thanks. Yeah, that really does not look like water. That looks like oil. I drove straight past the entrance. Whoopsie. So he sent me here, but he's already been here. Is that it? What is going on? Floor is inaccessible. Okay.
Oh, there are far too many of these abandoned locations littering the galaxy.
You're not wrong. Guessing I have to go down to get up. Whoa! I didn't even... Oh, I have to go down that way anyway. There was loot.
There must be a switch or control room somewhere to drain this water.
I wonder if we can get over there. No, it doesn't look like it, does it? Maybe we can go round. Maybe we can't go round. Oh, maybe we can go up. Oh, I keep on pressing that too much. I just want to jump just a little bit. Cannot activate pump. Critical fault in power grid 3C. Vortex power modulator unresponsive. Repair or disable this unit to bypass grid and re-enable pump controls. Okay.
To the moon, shall we? Bye.
Bye.
Haven't seen a lock picked that easily since I traveled with Vladimir's soul.
I guess we're going the same way we got in.
Warning. Power fluctuations detected. Rerouting to compensate. Drainage pump control bypassed.
You expecting me to jump down after you?
Pump control activated. Draining. Yay! Open door.
You are not welcome here. You will leave immediately. This is your only warning.
Who are you?
I guard these halls with my brothers and sisters, until the shrouding. None are allowed here, including you.
I'm looking for information.
I do not care what you think you need. Jinan Baron himself charged us with the protection of this facility. It was his last order, and it will be carried out.
So you can hear me. Fascinating. Other phantoms couldn't.
But it seems you are not hearing me. You have no right to be here. The work done here must be safeguarded, protected. Never permitted to leave. None but the Speaker may decide otherwise. And you are not the Speaker.
Oh, I wanted to say the other line too. Man. I wanted to say that I'm trying to help Thingamabob, and then we could be friends.
You were warned. You did not listen.
there's too much at stake for me to walk away.
Then you have forfeit your life. The Speaker's orders will be carried out. You must die.
But we could be friends. They're a fighter. Wow. Can I have your gun?
Our next stop is the moon. The one orbiting Earth, that is.
Oh, you're gonna fight now.
So long.
Where'd it go?
Running away, eh?
No, Sarah, run away!
Watch out!
You really have to keep on disappearing. I don't have enough bullets for you to keep on doing that. I have one bullet left. Ow. man, do I not even get to loot her? Did I get that already? I did. Well, that's butts.
Well, that lock didn't last very long.
The spacesuits. Well, that door's broken.
There's some seriously high-tech equipment at this laboratory.
Supervisor update. The brilliant Jinan Varun, exalted speaker for the Great Serpent, has once again imparted his wisdom and counsel to further guide the bright future of House Varun. Having relayed knowledge of the vortex, the space between universes, Speaker Varun has instilled within the workers of this facility a burning desire to achieve new milestones in science, and has given new purpose to the goals of harnessing this great power in the name of the Great Serpent and House Varun. Work begins at once to discern the nature of this energy and to use it to bring glory to House Varun and deliver victory in the Serpent's crusade. Does this say anything? The current goal of moving large objects has repeatedly proven too difficult. Properly controlling the wattage has been impossible, as evidenced by the last test that sent a container through the wall. High Council has already been appraised of this development and refuses to allow outside personnel to enter the facility. We will have to fix this ourselves. I have no wish to burden the team with the additional task of regular repairs, not to mention the potential for catastrophic damage. Thank the Serpent, we were lucky this time. Efforts should instead be refocused to an area in which we have already demonstrated some success. Continue to work with smaller objects, but of increasing complexity and more varied properties. Example, attempt to transfer a key card. Is the stored data retained after the process or lost? We must demonstrate results, and soon. All of House Varun is counting on us. Important reminder: power usage. It is crucial that the correct wattage is set before performing any experiment. Until the next phase of our larger project is complete, we are reliant on energy that can be acquired directly from the dam. This energy has been shown to vary depending on external factors. Exercise particular caution when the hydroelectrics are in low power or restricted mode. During these periods, the valve must be increased by 100 to compensate. Failure to comply could result in damage to equipment and/or bodily harm. Recent experimental results. Experiment batch 046, high power mode. Solid iron, power level 221, success. Pen, power level 124, success. Notebook, power level 442, failure. Solid copper, 453, failure. And a keycard, 235, success. Okay. So what? I've got to... I activated it. Do I put something in there? We'll go 235. Whoops. So apparently the answer is 335.
You think you would be rid of me so easily? The arrogance!
So much for this being easy.
The work done here has tied us to this place for all time. That is why we have agreed to guard it.
Sister, have you not finished this game? You should have heeded Courageous words in the beginning, little one. This is no place for you.
The surprises just don't seem to stop around here.
The outcome has not changed, Vedrasa. We are still in control here.
Please, you must let me pass.
I have my orders, and I will follow them. Do you even understand why you are here? What it is you are looking for? This seems a fool's errand.
There must be something here that can save House Varun.
Jinan Varun believed the same, at least in the beginning. You should have left when you had the chance.
Really? We're fighting again? threw a grenade?
I know you don't.
Ow.
Oh, I'm hit.
Well, you like walked in front of me, Sarah. Where did she go?
Look out!
What the? Where'd she go? Does she keep on healing? Oh, she like disappears for ages and then she heals again. Did I get her?
If you're overloaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying.
Supervisor update. The most gracious and grand speaker, Binan Arun, continues to place his trust in this facility and this team, that we can and will deliver critical updates in technology. The work done here will lead House Varun to an enduring victory over the brutes of the so-called settled systems, and pave the way for the Great Serpent's glorious return. Application of the fascinating vortex energy so generously bestowed upon us by our leader continues apace. The speaker's dream of a grand army that no force could hope to stand against will become reality, and that reality begins here and now. They're doing all this to make an army? Round 4 of extraction successful. Vortex interlocks integrated into pod support systems. Power level stabilized. Human trials begin tomorrow. Interlock sync successful. Test subject remains alert and responsive in non-corporeal form after sync. Pod readouts indicate all vital signs normal. Communications from Citadel increase in urgency. Further positive results need to be demonstrated as soon as possible. Location transference remains limited to within the facility. All attempts to increase range have failed. All 4 subjects have remained stable for 10 months. Monitoring shows minimal fluctuations in energy patterns. Awareness and intelligence are unaffected regardless of the number of experiments performed. There is no degradation in their ability. Additional efforts to increase transference range has been unsuccessful. The vortex interlocks were key to enabling site-to-site transference in the first place, but appear to remain essential. Even if increasing the range is out of our grasp for now, developing the vortex interlock has been crucial in advancing the technology. Note: subjects have been reporting dreams that suggest some sort of extra spatial ability. Frequent mentions of events occurring outside the facility they could otherwise have no knowledge of. Catalogue all instances and check for accuracy. Activate console. Divert power to the interlock console. Is it that way? Oh, and a digipick. All the loots. How do I get over there? There's that weird stuff again. Whoa! Oh, maybe I'm supposed to go through here.
Do you not grow weary of this? I assure you, it will not end.
let's just stop repeating this. There must be some arrangement we can come to.
You are the one with the power to change this, either by turning around or dying.
This is turning into a most exhilarating exercise.
All this noise over one little trespasser. Let us be done with this already.
The experiments here have ensured our resilience. We endure because it has been ordered of us. House Faroon's return to greatness begins with the work done here. And until that time comes, we will keep it safe.
These vortex interlocks are what Anasco took with him. I need one.
They are not yours to have.
Oh, really? I thought we could, like, talk this out. Wow.
Yes! Show me what you've got. I'm hit. Damn it. Heads up.
And they hit hard. Where'd they go? Ooh. Only we've got one med pack left. Sarah, shoot him! Come on, is he dead?
Warning. Power grid destabilized. Containment fields failing. Backup systems risk overload. Consider manual shutdown at the earliest convenience.
I don't remember that being there before.
No! You utter fool! Do you have any idea what you have done?
Sorry, I have to get this to Dazra as soon as possible.
Those interlocks power our pods. You have killed Bethesda. What is more, you have disrupted the flow of power within the dam. You are one step from dooming those farmers on the surface. All right, hero. You have proven yourself a commendable opponent. But now, you have a choice to make. If you can remove the remaining interlock, you will have bested us. But you will ruin the lives of those above us. Or we can continue this contest of wills and see which of us is stronger. The choice is yours.
Or you could just let me walk out.
But we do. My dedication to the Great Serpent demands my obedience to his speaker's orders.
Again? Where do I get the other pod from? Do I have anything else to like heal me?
You are a fool to stand against us!
Can I just do this? Power is out. Oh, are you for realsy?
Warning. Critical power failure. Dam function compromised. Emergency evacuation protocols enacted. Please exit the facility.
I hope pulling that extra interlock was the right thing to do.
wasn't, they can fix it, right? Everything looks okay still out here. Oh no. Water wasn't there before, was it?
My whole life drowned.
I don't think there's anything else we can do here. We'd better get back to Tazra.
I do not understand. What did we do to deserve this?
Okay. My bad.
I'm sorry, but this wing of the hospital is under investigation. You'll have to leave.
This slate should provide me access.
Even with the cataclysm, this is highly irregular. But not surprising. Kisrani is obsessed with transparency and often seeks independent help. I find this tendency unwise.
And by unwise, he means a complete disregard for operational security, rules, and regulations.
Possibly. And yet, despite what I said, and unsaid, she persists in doing so. So, we must come to a compromise.
A good compromise leaves everyone unhappy. This one was particularly miserable.
I will give you the keycard to Ukaru's computer. You will be able to access documents and correspondence for the past month. Any further access will require admin privileges, which I am not willing to grant.
What if I end up needing admin privileges?
Then you are out of luck.
In a bind, high and dry, up the creek without a paddle.
Exactly that.
That's not good enough. I need admin
I
privileges.
apologize, but you were only given access to view the computer's records. Admin privileges are restricted to House officials only.
They may be in danger. The more you block me, the more trouble he could be in.
Good point. I suppose our backlog would only worsen if that were the case.
He's been absent from his post. Whatever privacy rights he had are now forfeit.
Regardless of his violations, admin access is not granted so cavalierly.
I'm here on behalf of Khosrani Dalkef. There's no reason not to grant me full approval.
True. Although Kisrani did not request admin access for you, I would expect her to, if it's required for her investigation. I suppose, given all that's happened, exceptions must be made. You'll be granted temporary admin privileges to Ukaru's computer. That should be enough for you to do your investigation.
Did Yukaru give you any details about what he was up to?
Unfortunately, rather than use the proper channels, he chose to start his own investigation.
A very unfortunate choice.
I will not pretend to know the particulars of this case. I will say this. We are House Dul-Kef. We have a reputation. We are professional. We are exacting.
We don't make mistakes.
Precisely.
When did Yukaru last check in for work?
Ukaru hasn't logged into his station for some time. I've had to process several write-ups documenting his absence.
Dereliction of duty, failure to serve, fireable offenses all around.
We've also had to shift resources and people to make up for his absence. Suffice to say, it has made navigating this current situation more difficult.
Is it unusual for Yukaru to abandon his post?
It is highly unusual for anyone to display such disobedience, especially now. Such actions are tantamount to heresy. Loss of employment is the most likely outcome.
A beheading isn't off the table.
It would be done humanely, of course.
Has anyone else been allowed entry here?
Several. The halls of healing are extremely busy. We can't keep track of every individual that passes through. In particular, the patients. We had to usher one out of here just now, who claimed to have a crippling headache.
Given the patient himself was a headache, it's likely genetic.
The admin privileges I've granted you will allow you to view the access logs, however, that track the last users to sign in. Now, to get back to these spreadsheets.
I'm guessing that's his computer.
May the Great Serpent guide you, and the rest of us.
There was a remote login. Record deleted. Use the built-in archive recovery or talk to an administrator for further information. They all deleted. Shipments put on hold. The other day I received a message from an anonymous source insisting that I do an audit of our supply chain. Very peculiar. Normally I would dismiss such a missive, but in the wake of the cataclysm, showing additional diligence here is prudent. As a result, I've performed an audit of our supply data, and what I found is troubling to say the least. Several shipments that were supposed to be routed to institutions in need were put on hold for reasons that are unclear, strange. Typically this is done when a shipment is suspected of containing contraband or worse. And yes, I understand weapon shipments must be carefully examined, but many of these crates contain med packs, construction materials, and other essential resources. They were all approved via a remote login code, which allowed them to bypass the normal approval process. This is something only high-ranking officials would have access to. I've done an export of the access logs but I can't store the results here. I'll export it to a slate and hide it in a box in Reshran's office. It'll be placing tracking devices on future supply shipments in hopes of catching them being moved. Generic resources, medical supplies, weapons crate, munitions crate, ship parts, all hold. Tracking the shipment. I knew it. The supply crates are on the move. I extended the range of the tracking devices used to locate crates in large warehouses. With the increased distance, I can see when the shipment was placed on hold, confiscated and placed in lockup, all from my office computer. I won't be able to follow the crates until they leave the facility completely, but when they do, I'll set my scanner to the device's frequency, which should lead me to wherever they're being forwarded to. Maybe if I know who's receiving them, I can ask the larger question: who is stealing these shipments? For them to do this so cleanly, it must be someone with connections inside the great houses. So I thought this is where we had to go to hand in the thing that we just got from the dam. But this is about the missing shipments. The other day I could have sworn I was being followed. It was just a feeling, but a very strong one. Sometimes in crowded spaces you can sense the people around you, constricting the oxygen, until the air itself collapses around your throat. That's what it felt like. My breath felt tighter and tighter, my pursuer coming closer and closer until I could feel their presence standing right behind me. But when I turned around, there was no one. Curious. It must be my anxiety. Or maybe it's something else. I know I'm very close to uncovering something big, something that may even implicate one of the great houses, and on top of that, they are shamefully using the cataclysm as a cover. The next few days will be eventful, that is clear. My palms are damp with excitement. That's weird. If you have not lately, I highly suggest you do an audit of your supply chain. Look for shipments put on hold and improve remotely. As for how I know, well, call me a concerned citizen with an eye for this sort of thing. Oh, and do hurry. A good lead is like a puff of smoke. Hard to miss, but wait too long and it's gone.
You do not understand. I saw a Nasco, took measure of his burdens.
What you are describing is a dream, nothing more.
Not a dream. A message from the great serpent himself.
With all due respect to your craft, dear sister, now is not the time for incense and ash leaves. Or do you not see the depth of the crater before you?
On the contrary, brother. I see it for what it truly is. And if we ignore this vision, Nasco will be lost to us forever.
Enough with the proselytizing. The Vindicator has returned. I am old and my eyesight is not what it used to be, but I know the face of success when I see it. Your lead from House Dulkef paid off.
Did you know there was a secret research facility underneath Malin Dam?
I did not, but it does not surprise me. So many projects over the decades. So many secrets. So few successes.
An old lab produced something called Vortex Interlocks. I have one and I hope it's helpful.
I have heard of such a thing. Recently, in fact, just before the accident. That is apparently not a coincidence. We do not need it for the device, but if this accounts for some of the leaps in progress in the Citadel, you may wish to hold on to it. As much as I have devoted my life to science, one cannot deny that there is an occasional spark of the divine. The Great Serpent has use for this, and you, still to come. Now we await the assistance of Houses Vatal and Kadik. Let us hope we do not wait long.
Politics can wait. Every moment we delay, and Nazco descends further into the void.
For the last time, faith will not remove the barrier. Science will.
It is the hubris of science that failed you in this moment. We reached out to the Great Serpent. This is his reply.
You claim he has forsaken us?
I do no such thing. The Great Serpent's reply is not an answer, but a question. Are we worthy of his grace? Until that is proven, your works will not succeed.
Why must we prove our worth?
To be promised requires more than just faith. This calamity is one test of many we will endure until the shrouding. Just as wine is born from the blood of a grape, our lives are a trial. We must spill our souls before the Great Serpent and countenance his judgment.
Yeah, our works will succeed because they are backed by science, not because of some religious mumbo-jumbo.
I will forgive you for not knowing our customs, but I will not tolerate such blasphemy. But the proof is not in our words. It is in the vision. Anasco's presence still persists in this world, and he seeks our aid.
Fine. I feel like I've lived this argument 1,000 times, and the only way to move past it is to concede to its nonsense. Vindicator, speak to my sister. Agree to her fool's errand so that we may continue the work of saving this city.
I was just listening to her voice as she was telling us all that. But it sounds like she's the... in Horizon Zero Dawn, Aloy's...
The Great Serpent has filled you with purpose. Is that not beautiful?
Aloy's elder teacher that puts her in the thing and heals her. Is that the same voice?
I have seen visions of Anasco searching for one bold enough to enter the heart of the vortex. And now that you are here, I know your arrival was no accident, but rather providence.
Your city was in trouble. I came to help. There was nothing else to it.
And yet, you crossed paths with the Oracle and found our city hidden among the stars. The Great Serpent drew a path for you, trickles of the greater plan drawing you here. But rest assured, all will be revealed when you journey north. At the edge of the crater, you will find a cave carved by the anomaly. There, you will make contact with a Nazco Varun.
I'm not quite sure this is where we should be focusing our energy, given everything else that's going on. But I'm hardly the expert.
You sound certain I'll find him there.
It is as the Great Serpent foretold. In my visions, I witnessed 2 futures. In the first, you breached the scaled citadel, but found a Nazco had sunk too far into the void. And in time, all of Dazra was consumed along with him.
Dazra was consumed?
The anomaly spread, absorbing all in its path. The crater you see now is nothing compared to the destruction looming ahead.
That sounds ominous if it's true.
Indeed. But there is another path. In the second future, I saw you make contact with a Nazco, entering a cave through a formless wall. At its terminus was a gate, a path into the realm where our speaker resides. You stepped into this void, and in that moment, something changed. The false future rewritten.
Roughly speaking, it could be that entering the vortex directly would allow you to speak with him. And while my readings do not show any anomalous activity, I admit there's a lot of interference. Still, that only emphasizes the potential danger involved here. I cannot approve of such an excursion on the minute chance a Nazco is present.
What kind of danger?
The closer one ventures to the heart of the anomaly, the closer they are to the phantoms and horrors that lie within. Moreover, if this cave was cut open by the calamity itself, then it is an unnatural formation and highly unstable.
I would be able to speak to a Nazco?
Not in the way you and I speak, but in crude terms, yes, provided you manage to maintain your own sanity through the process. But this is all purely theoretical. No one has ever entered the vortex and come back.
I kind of want to go in though. If I say this, will that not let me do it?
I've said as much myself, but my sister persists. It may save us more time to inspect the cave than to continue these arguments.
You may not realize it now, dear brother, but our goals are one and the same.
Okay.
Then you
Point me
must
to the
embark
cave.
to the northern edge of the crater. You will find an entrance there, one that has no form. Step through it, find a Nazco, and complete the vision. Only then will his voice be heard.
Okay, well, I am going to leave this episode here. It has been a long one. I'm gonna cut out a lot of the traveling and
Go
stuff.
to the cave in my vision, near the edge of the crater. If my vision is true, you will find him there.
Yeah, well, I hope you guys liked this episode. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one.